Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of entertainment news for you today, and then stick towards the end because there is some cool Zack Snyder Justice League stuff that I want to talk about and how it could potentially restore the Snyderverse. I don't know. Let's see. But first topic of the day is going to be about Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka gets a prequel titled Wonka without the Willy. So definitely it is something different. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be that Tim Burton styled version, of course, but Warner Brothers has added the Wonka prequel to its release schedule. It will be an origin story, and it's going to come out on March 17th, 2023. The director is from Paddington, Paul King, and he describes the film as such as a young Willy Wonka and his adventures prior to opening the world's most famous chocolate factory. So that could be kind of interesting. I don't know, but definitely if people are interested and are looking forward to more Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory, you can definitely check it out in 2023. All right, so the next topic of the day is going to be about a new streaming service, Paramount Plus. That's right. Not only do we have Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, now we're going to get a Paramount Plus. It will launch in the US and Latin America on March 4th. The new streamer includes BET, CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, and of course, all types of Paramount Picture films. So it's not like we didn't have enough streaming services. Now, a lot of the content probably from those streaming services that belong to Paramount will probably head to Paramount. So there's going to be more. It's almost like you're paying for cable at this point, right? You're getting so many streaming services. You're paying for cable at this point, and it's just insane. I don't know how good it's going to be, and I really can't remember how much Paramount products that I actually like, aside from the ones you see right there, Indiana Jones, probably Star Trek, and other ones as well. The Last Airbender, you can see right there, SpongeBob. I don't really care for SpongeBob, but definitely, if you're interested, there's another streaming service that you'll probably have to pay top dollar for. How much? I have no idea, but definitely coming out in March. So we'll see what happens with that. They'll probably have a free trial that you can check it out yourself, how that works out. But another streaming service that is actually killing it, like really killing it right now, is Netflix. Netflix is hands down the best streaming service right now. Netflix reports Q4 earnings today. The company predicts it will add 6 million subscribers for a global total of $201 million. Will also likely report 28 viewings for The Crown, Season 4, Queen's Gambit, and more titles. Now, the big beat on subscriptions, it's adding 8.5 million to about 203.7 million globally. Wow. Also, break even expected in 2021 with finally positive free cash flow and no debt raises in 2022 and beyond. He finally got about enough content on there and enough subscribers coming in, and the ratio between investing in more movies and actually making money is now on the positive cash flow. That's where you want to be. And ultimately, that's great. That's awesome. Now they're going to have to pay taxes. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. Netflix sounds like it's doing very well. This is the kind of, the goal that every other streaming service definitely wants to be. And to get there, you're just going to constantly make content for the service, for your consumers, for the customers, for fans such as ourselves. So definitely that is something that every streaming service should be absolutely doing, including our very own HBO Max. But Netflix has some awesome content, and one of those is Netflix's Camp Cretaceous. And now we're learning that's going to connect to Jurassic World Dominion. Now, my kids watch this. In fact, they already know the date on when this is going to be dropping. They can't wait to watch season 2. Camp Cretaceous is an animated. If you don't know, it's an animated. CG animated, of course, in the world of Jurassic World, and actually, it's the same place as that. So definitely, it returns this Friday on Netflix, and the kids will get a glimmer of hope in which it kind of the story is this: Darius, Yaz, Brooklyn, and the rest of the teams who traveled to Isla Nublar one summer for the Camp Cretaceous summer camp found themselves fighting for survival on the island after Indominus Rex brought mayhem across the theme park. They've been through a lot, even the loss of a friend, but now in season 2, there seems to be a little bit of glimmer of hope, and they see a little campfire in the distance, right? But there will be many discoveries over the course of the new season, some of which executive producer Colin Trevorrow, who also is directed the upcoming Jurassic World Dominion, says will connect to what's coming in that movie. He said this: "It's important to me, out of respect for the writers who are continuing to expand and create, to recognize Camp Cretaceous as clearly its own story and its own show. But this season, and if we're granted further opportunities to tell the story that we have in season 3, we'll keep weaving into the larger story and really inform some things, even in Dominion, that will connect to discoveries made that he's really, really excited about." Right. So, and I think it would be really cool for diehard fans for Jurassic World to actually watch the show and have those connections. And it's like your very own, if you'd say Clone Wars, and you're connecting to these other series like Mandalorian, connecting to the movies and stuff like that. It's that world building that all these different projects and IPs are starting to really show and really shine. And this is the kind of thing that Army of the Dead is really intends to be, and it's happening in front of our eyes in terms of Jurassic World. Now, in terms of Dominion, the filmmaker says it's a celebration of the whole franchise. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum, who starred in the original Jurassic Park movie, return for Dominion alongside Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. It's a true ensemble cast, as the veterans are no smaller than the new franchise stars in terms of importance. And he'd like to add that this is unlike the original Jurassic 1, 2, and 3 in a way. Those were kind of episodic in nature. It didn't really connect to each other. This form is a little bit more serialized. There's an actual beginning, middle, and end, and it will tie up all of the movies together in Jurassic World Dominion with a little bit of that spin-off, the Camp Cretaceous, to kind of tie in some of the story elements as well. So I think he's trying to say that if you want the whole Jurassic World experience, you got to watch Camp Cretaceous on Netflix as well. So definitely, I've checked out a few episodes with my kids. It was pretty entertaining, but I wanted to, start from the beginning once again, and maybe even continue it with my kids for the next season. So that's definitely awesome. Another series that I want to highlight, and only because it's on Variety and the significance of this is really cool. Titans Season 3 apparently cast Savannah Welch as Barbara Gordon. This is coming off from Variety. Now, Titans has found its Barbara Gordon. Variety learned exclusively that Savannah Welch has been cast in the role of HBO Max's show's upcoming 3rd season. In Season 3, Gordon is Gotham City Police Commissioner. She uses a wheelchair, though. She used to be Batgirl until she was shot and paralyzed by the Joker. So very much like the comics. She has a combative relationship with Bruce Wayne. Her life gets more complicated when Dick Grayson returns to Gotham, rekindled their old romance and starting a new crime-fighting partnership. Now, Welch is known for her role in the History Channel military drama 6, in which she played a Marine who suffered an amputation in combat. Her other on-screen appearances include the critically acclaimed films Boyhood and Tree of Life. Now, this is the one that I really want to pull out and thought this was really cool, is that Welch herself is an amputee, losing one of her legs after an accident in 2016. Since then, she has become a spokesperson for the disability community. I thought this was really nice. This is a really cool way to bringing in someone actually disabled to play a character that is disabled. I think that that really, spoke to me in a way. I think it's like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Instead of just getting somebody and putting them in a wheelchair, they actually got somebody who's disabled, an actress that's disabled, and put her in a pretty big role, which is, come on, this is one of the biggest roles, and it hasn't, we haven't had a real live action Barbara Gordon in a while, and so we're finally going to get that in Titans season 3 for anybody who's interested in watching that. Let's get into DC now. The first one I want to mention, and this is just somebody, Bat Flash 115, was just trying to put it out there, like, why isn't nobody talking about this? And yeah, it's nothing much, but you could see maybe a semblance of, all right, they're still connected, they're still cool with each other, and there's definitely some type of relationship there. Jim Lee posted this, I think that's Batgirl, I believe. Yeah, Batgirl over on Vero, testing 1, 2, 3, and Zack Snyder said, cool. So they're obviously, Jim Lee's finally back on Vero, and Zack Snyder responds to that, cool. Meaning they're kind of cool with each other, I guess, in a way, because, Jim Lee had posted a whole thing, congratulations, Walter Amada, but then later on in the tweet messages below, it's just trying to get everybody to come together, appreciate to see and stuff like that, and it's more like I think he understands what's going on, but he's also hoping that it doesn't affect the brand, and in a way trying to keep the peace, with that effect. And having them connect together, I could really see, and just like when he came on Deck the Halls of Justice with Dave Pena and I, he talked about it. I asked him, is there anything going on? Is there anything happening afterwards? And he says, well, he was working with Jim Lee on maybe possibly doing some comic books and spin-offs like that. And I thought it was really awesome that he answered that, and he even brought up Jim Lee on his own. So I think there are definitely ways to get all kinds of different, spin-offs from the Snyderverse, from Zack Snyder's Justice League in other fashions, that includes the live action, that includes animated, like in comic book forms as well. So it's just expanding the universe, just like how Army of the Dead is expanding through different spin-offs and stuff, prequels, whatever, and just like Jurassic World. I mean, I think every IP, every brand now seemingly wants to capture more than just one movie, one or two or three movies, and then that's it. They kind of, you want to get these stronger. You bring out, you branch out to animated, to other series, to comic books, to books and things like that. And it makes the whole thing, the whole brand stronger, right? And just like DC in itself. But this, I understand, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyderverse is with its own brand within the brand, but definitely it's another world that could, be utilized and we can make it bigger, right? And it's kind of cool to see something about Zack Snyder and Jim Lee working together, and we're talking about art, because we're finally getting to see some cool things out of DC. DC's official Darkseid merchandise for Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's right. This is not fan art. This is from DC Shop. This, you're looking at an official look of Darkseid. Yeah. And they're on the shirts. So if you click on this, get the exclusive t-shirt. You do see several shirts here right now. This is, and they call it Zack Snyder's Justice League Darkseid t-shirt. You can see Darkseid right there. I bought like 2 of these, by the way. And Darkseid over there, and with the whole team in front right there. Darkseid once again, same design as the first one, but now on a gray color. And that's probably the one I'm going to wear, because, light on dark colors doesn't really make my face look great. But definitely there are official flipping shirts here. This is a closer look at the design, without the words on the bottom, looking mighty epic, I gotta say. Here's another better look at the design here, full bodied armor. This is not Uxas or Uxas. This is Darkseid. This is with the Omega effect and everything. This is Darkseid, dark flipping side, right here. First official, actual look of Darkseid. Woo, boy. That's crazy, right? And we're looking closer here, right? We're looking a little bit closer here. Darkseid once again. And then you see the Justice League members. You got all 6 right there. Someone noticed that Superman has a little bit of a curl, but I'm wondering if that's just a shadow here. But I don't know. That's kind of cool if he did actually have a curl when he has this the silver suit, but black suit. And but they're all there. It's called Justice League. And I have to mention Darkseid once again. Ray Porter even says, he cannot stop grinning. He cannot stop grinning at this, and we can't stop grinning as well. I'm feeling like this is important. I'm feeling this is important. Now, I told you at the beginning of the video that this could mean more than we think it does. So they really are marketing Darkseid for a one and done? Does that make sense to you? Like, from all intents and purposes, all we really know is that Darkseid shows up, but in the beginning as Yuxas, right? In the history lesson, and then later on, maybe a few minutes, he just pops up at the end through the boom tube. From what we know, right? The main villain is Steppenwolf here, but the first shirts, the big central character that we're seeing on the freaking page is Darkseid? You're telling me a cameo, simply a small preview of a villain, a big villain such as Darkseid, is the central marketing right now? The first one out of the gate, they're not marketing the heroes. They're not marketing Steppenwolf. They're marketing Darkseid. Why? Why would they do that for something they thought was essentially a one and done? I'm going to ask you. You tell me. To me, it feels like DC, whether or not Warner Brothers agrees in terms of, those 2 douchebags, Toby Emmerich and Walter Romano, but DC, they're kind of all in on this. They're kind of like, wow, Darkseid, we're going to prop him up because maybe we're going to get to see him again. Not just in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but they recognize that Darkseid is the ultimate villain for the entire Justice League arc. All 3 parts. Why focus on him? Why put him here? They could have easily put Steppenwolf here if it was just that one movie, right? They could have easily done that. They could have just put Steppenwolf right there as well. No, they're showing us Darkseid right here. The ultimate villain I believe is ultimate villain for the Justice League is propped up right there, front and center in all his glory, and it looks fabulous. It looks just awesome. He looks brutal. He looks amazing, and I don't know. I usually play the devil's advocate, but I cannot imagine marketing to push a character that's barely going to be in the movie. I'm in marketing. What we put on shirts and stuff is the one that's going to sell. That's the big deal, right? That's the one that we're like, hit it home. That's our home run. We want to push it, right? But it has to be something that's in the movie that's going to be a big difference. And yes, Darkseid is a big difference, but he's barely in it. But they're throwing him out there like he is like Marvel's Thanos, if you will, right? Well, Thanos was in a cameo in Infinity War. Thanos was the main dude in Infinity War. Thanos was the main dude in Endgame. I mean, he's more main dude in Infinity War than Endgame. I mean, he was a cameo in the first Avengers, but they didn't make no shirts right from the start and prop them in the center. No, the first Avengers had Loki, and they understood that. They got Avengers and they got Loki, you know? No, they're putting Darkseid in here. They're putting Darkseid, and I want to know why. And I think it's because I know there's that weird relationship. I think Warner Bros., at least those two douchebags, are really trying to mess with this thing. I mean, even down to the title as well. And maybe I'll talk about that in the next episode. But DC is coming out the gate with their marketing. They approve Zack Snyder's Justice League. They're saying Darkseid is like this character, this big villain that they want to promote, put in the center, front and center, even bigger than the heroes that occupy 90% of the movie. This cameo is important, but he's not as important until really the second and third film. So I don't know. This is hope to me. And I get it. You're just going to say, it's a freaking t-shirt, Chris. Don't go all crazy on it. But I'm just thinking on the marketing point of view is like, you don't prop up somebody who's going to be there for a couple minutes. Am I wrong? I don't know. Am I crazy to think that? We'll see. We'll see what happens as we get more products. We get more stuff coming out. But definitely, if you have a chance, please go. If you live in America, please go and get this shirt. I will link this, link into the description below. Merchandise is very important for branding, for movies. Look at Power Rangers. It did so well, not because of this TV series or the movies. It was the toys. It was the merchandise. So definitely support Zack Snyder's Justice League. Show DC and the studio that this is an incredible IP that everybody wants, and definitely support it that way. Now, there is a way, if you're not in America, there is a certain way to get it for international fans. I want to bring this up. Scott McClellan and the Nerd Queens put this together. Zack Snyder's Justice League merch mates. Zack Snyder's Justice League merchandise has started to roll out, but for now, it's only for fans based in the USA. To help our international friends, we are matching USA fans with an international fan looking to purchase merchandise. To help or be helped, use the links below to sign up. Any questions can be directed to those Twitter accounts right there. And so I will link both these forms also within the description down below if you want to go take a look. And if I wake up early enough, I'll probably pin them as a comment as well, because I really think we should support this. We really should buy anything that comes out of this movie. And honestly, man, I can't wait to buy the toy. I want this figure on my freaking shelf right next to Superman. Darkseid. Yes, definitely. That is so awesome and so sweet looking. Oh man, you usually root for the heroes, but I can't wait to see this dude's mother F and Omega beams just chasing after heroes and taking them down, man. Yes, Darkseid for the first time live action is almost upon us. All right, well, let's now get into the members' comments and questions. Like I said, if you want to have your comment or question read on the show, please join as a member down below for the price of less than a cup of coffee, nowadays. And then comment or question down below on this video, and I'll, talk about it on the next daily show. All right, so the first comment from Eric Blake, Hardboiled Entertainment. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 will come. We got them to do it before. We can do it again. Miniseries or movie. Like the man said, I have spoken. Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, Deus Vult. Awesome. Definitely, we can do it again. Eric Blake, did I hear that right? Is the director for Ghostbusters Afterlife the son, of the director of the original? Perfection. Here's hoping the next Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer has a classic theme. Well, the first trailer had a sort of a theme, but it was kind of like a more creepy version of it. But definitely, yeah, I think I want to see a new trailer for that movie, definitely. David the Batman, like I said before, brothers, if we keep supporting Zack's vision, it won't be if yet only when. P.S. Ban you to bomb as Batman, bro. Brandon Hayes, I just think it's sad that Warner Brother Pictures wants Zack Snyderverse to go away. It makes me hate Warner Brother Pictures. It's just to get more HBO Max subscribers. They could care less about all that Snyder has sacrificed and the fans and the money they could make. They just want subscriptions. They want to keep their films shiny, funny, and Marvel-esque so that they can be right. It's so sad. I love it when Ray Fisher roasts them. They deserve it. Look, they actually don't like HBO Max. I'm telling you, they don't. Warner Brother Pictures, they want their films to be in theaters. They've got this like high attitude, like, you know, this is the way we see cinema in the theaters. And they're kind of right about that. But HBO Max is the one that's helping get the Snyderverse out. So we have to support the HBO Max at this point. Dear Lord, 4 whole hours? These people are desperate to find a reason to SHIT on Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, it's just pathetic and laughable at this point. I just got done rewatching the Dark Knight trilogy for the millionth time, and I can't stop thinking about that setup for John Blake as the new Batman. I would lose my mind if he showed up in The Flash. Thoughts? I never thought about it. I totally forgot about him. That would be kind of cool. Also, I'm really enjoying the coverage of more diverse content. It doesn't take away from your show. If anything, it adds to it. With or without the current DC drama, I say this is a great step in your growing your channel and reaching out to more of the audience. I don't know if you ever had a chance to check your DMs on IG. I didn't, sorry, but I made and sent you a meme, which I think you would appreciate. Okay, I will definitely check that out. Thanks, Geek Haven, Jan 86. Bull of Indomie, Chris, we got to fight for a 4-part series format for Zack Snyder's Justice League. We need the word of mouth each week to justify Greenlight and JL2. Regardless, we need to make the countdown hashtag event huge. We're going to make it huge, definitely. Marketing is already starting. I'm making more videos about Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm even doing my own almost freaking commercials for it. I'm really trying to get it out there, but I need all your help. Definitely, anytime you see any Zack Snyder's Justice League stuff, talk about it, tell everybody, market it. We got to help market it as well. We're going to make this thing big, and we are definitely going to make it big if everybody kind of pitches in a way. The Rebel Prince, the one thing I really want to know, Chris, is if there are any other Zack Snyder fans in Ireland. Well, McD is a Zack Snyder fan, and he's pretty much his buddy. But yeah, there is. I always feel like I'm on my own in this fandom where I am, and it would be cool to me if I could connect with other Irish Snyderverse fans because most movie fans I know are film bros who only like Pulp Fiction, The Dark Knight, and The Big Lebowski, and like to talk crap about Snyder, and annoys the hell out of me, and I need people locally that I can get excited with about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Also, I'm slowly waiting for them to announce the date for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I work in the office of a COVID test lab, and my boss keeps asking me to take time off, and I'm like, no, I want to wait until I find out when JL is out so I can just take the whole week off and watch it multiple times and analyze the hell out of it. I get the weirdest looks for it. Yeah, me too. I get the weirdest looks when I talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League in my local community, but it's kind of cool because I meet some local people when they see my shirt, not this shirt, but the Zack Snyder's Justice League shirt or the mask, and they're like, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I can't wait to see that. That's like a new Justice League, right? So it's kind of cool that it's reaching out everywhere else. I'm sure I think I've even talked to some people who were Irish. I don't remember them, but Mick D, the one from TPC, he is definitely from Ireland, and he definitely is a Zack Snyder fan. Zack Snyder's friend too. My biggest frustration with HBO Max is their inability to make it available worldwide. I'm from England, and there is a deal for HBO content with Sky TV, which is supposed to last 5 years, which means I am not likely to get HBO Max for a good while, and I refuse to pay, I think that's £100 plus on a Sky TV package just to get Sky Atlantic. DC Universe app was the same. The whole thing is a joke. To be honest with you, that being said, I will be supporting the genius that I've been supporting since Dawn of the Dead. I dream of meeting Zack one day. It's so awesome. You got to jealous. Well, like I said, there are going to be ways, and I think Zack Snyder has a few things up his sleeve about that. You may not have to actually sign up for HBO Max in some international. You may actually just have to pay, like rent it, like PVOD, Premium Video on Demand, for that on Google or some other app. So there may be other ways for you to actually get to see Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it doesn't have to be HBO, I don't think. And Paramount, couldn't the second Zack Snyder's Justice League be a series, even if the first one came out as a movie? I never thought about that. That's an interesting notion. And I don't know the logistics of that. I don't know about the contracts in that. I'm not very familiar with that. But that could be definitely something that I could probably look into. Karan Prasad, from Aquaman, Shazam, Wonder Woman 1984, and Birds of Prey, we can notice a huge shift in the tone of DC films. Shazam can be an exception considering the fact that Shazam is a kid, but will this change be reflected in the upcoming Flash movie? Rumors say that the upcoming Batman film is rated R. James Gunn also confirmed that the new Suicide Squad is rated R. Since any actors are reprising the role, also consider the Fisher Hamada stuff that causes rewrites, while DC films mess up their big opportunity at redemption. I don't know. I guess it depends on how long Hamada stays and the success of those movies that you just said there. Like you said, Batman and the Suicide Squad is both rated R. It's different. Although Birds of Prey was rated R, yet that one kind of didn't do so well in the box office. Ultimately, didn't do quite well. So I am very interested to see if there is any success in the Batman and the Suicide Squad. Definitely the Suicide Squad is the one I'm looking forward to seeing how that one is successful or not. But I think in the terms of the whole studio conglomerate, they're going to go the route of what is successful. And so if you like Zack Snyder's Justice League, let's get that one the most successful. And then they have no choice but to follow that. Nicholas Perdikas. Hello, Chris. I read right in previous video they want to kick Ben Affleck from DCU after The Flash. What they drink? They think drinking water, but the drinking Sapporo. Second, do you think Steppenwolf needs more work in CGI from the photos we see? Third, when we have the full trailer from Snyder Cut, and fourth, the scene with Diane and the Greek temple, I think, how much time is in that scene? I don't think they want to kick Ben Affleck from DCU. I actually think Ben Affleck wants to get out of DCU by signing up for that Flash and saying that's it. Because he really has one more, appearance on his contract, I believe, as Batman. And so he's using that one contract to kind of wipe his hands away from this whole situation. I can't imagine him liking Toby Emmerich too much, as Kobe Emmerich and Kevin Tsujihara, were kind of part of that whole thing, right? That went down, and I don't think he wants to get into that anymore. He's definitely doing, being Batman for Zack Snyder and just for Zack Snyder. But that doesn't fulfill that one more appearance on his contract. So we'll see. If something happens and he wants to come back, and do more Ben Affleck Batman, then we'll see what happens with that. But Ben Affleck's Batman, by the way, is within the Justice League arc. It's not afterwards. So, that's a limited run, But Steppenwolf, I do think Steppenwolf doesn't look as great as, like, for instance, like Zod's armor per se. And I don't know, it could be because of the budget otherwise, but you're right. It doesn't look as good as like Zod's armor and things like that. But then again, we haven't really seen the 100% version and in motion. So I don't know what to think until I actually get to see it, for real in the actual movie when it comes out in March. All right. And I think, then we have the full trailer from Snyder Cut 4 scene. How much time is that scene? I don't know. I can't even begin to guess how long some of these scenes are. I mean, it's 4 hours. It could be anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes for all I know, right? And it's just going to blow past. And, honestly, I wish this thing was 8 hours. But Yeah, can't wait to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I know you all are as well. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time.